All right, we're live. Listening sessions, just winding down at the end of the night. Here with Matt and Tom of Listening Sessions. How's the night been?
Yeah, a good night. The music's been on point.
Yeah, and can you tell us a little bit about a bit more about Listening Sessions and the idea behind it?
Yeah, so basically what we do is we meet up once a month to showcase tunes of producers from the local area, and just get producers to network and kind of interact with each other a bit more, and showcase their music in front of local heads.
I mean, it's been a real family feel here tonight. I think like one of the networking aspect and the opportunity for a lot of young producers to get their tracks heard for the first time. I mean, what was the original idea behind Listening Sessions? Why did you set it up?
We basically just saw a gap in the current sort of music environment within Brum. There were lots of producers that were making music that wasn't sort of didn't have a platform to be played out at the usual sort of club nights in Birmingham. And so basically we got together, we started these showcases, and as a result of it formed a very sort of open-minded and encouraging community of producers.
And like, what do you think of the electronic music scene in the city at the moment?
Yeah, it's really sort of on a second wind, I guess I could say that. It's feeling good at the minute. It's feeling positive, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely on a flow rather than ebb, aren't we? We're doing good at the minute as a city, I think. Birmingham's really kind of, there's a lot of different pockets of different kind of sounds that are really popping off, which is great to see, man. Really
Obviously, we're here at Giraffe Audio tonight. You guys do different venues around the city. You got any events coming up or anything you want to tell us about?
Yeah, we've got a 5th birthday on the 8th of December, which is where we've got like over 30 different artists from the Listening Sessions spectrum playing. Like, we're doing it with Digbeth Dining Club, so we're starting quite early, and there's going to be food on and stuff, and then we're going through till 4 o'clock in the morning. So like a complete spread of different genres and styles and stuff. It'll be
A bit like a one-day festival sort of thing, if I could say that. I mean, in terms of having a real variety of music, I mean, if you're there from the start to the end, you'll just completely go on a journey, and it's going to be special. So if you can make it, I definitely suggest do it.
And I mean, I know you guys have had some success stories. You've been running for like 5 years now. If it's going to be your 5th birthday, any of the guys that have come through your doors that you particularly wanted to talk about? Anything?
Oh man, it's really hard to name names because there's so many people, and like I can't even start because I've missed people out. Yeah, who's stand out? We've got people like Critical, who's doing wicked at the minute. He's really kind of coming up through dubstep and getting asked for tunes off really big labels and stuff. That's wicked. We've got Joe Caulfield, who's doing stuff for High Focus. And
When he started playing tracks at our listening session showcase events, I'm not going to say it but anyway, he was quite shy when he started. Let's just say it like that. And since then, the guy is just blown up. He's got one of his tunes on Spotify is like 4.5 million plays. It's like one track. So big up Joe Caulfield doing bits. We had people like Headgear as well. Like, he made tracks in 1993. He was releasing vinyl, like drum and bass releases in 1993, and for some reason he stopped for a few years, and he found Listening Sessions, and it's really sort of given him a new lease of life. And yeah, that's what we're about. We're about inspiring people, whether they're young or old, and it seems to be working.
Yeah. And people like Slane as well. Slane's just started his own record label, which I think is something we really need the Listening Sessions crowd to adopt and start doing for themselves at the minute, because like, there's so much good music being made in Birmingham. Someone needs to start releasing it, and to see one of our producers start his own label, which I know is going to do really well, is like, it's good news. It's good news.
And what about guys like at the other end of the journey, at the start of the journey? I know that there was quite a few people here tonight who are here for the first time and actually had their tracks played for the first time. What about that aspect of the event?
What was the first guy's name who played? It was like Synthetic Orchestra.
Yeah, Hybrid Orchestra. Big up Malachi. How you doing?
His tunes were wicked, man. His tunes were really good. Got a real kind of like a funk to them, but also like an old school video game soundtrack vibe to them, man. They were really, really good.
Definitely a musician. You can tell,
If there's people out there watching who are kind of at that stage, who want to get involved and perhaps, I found that like talking to a lot of guys, an issue is like anxiety and the idea of like playing your tracks in front of people, and that like it's something you put a lot of your heart into. People who are thinking perhaps of coming along but haven't made that step yet, what should they do?
I'd say trust the process, because it's not only you that feels that way. Throughout the years we've been doing it, it's just what happens. People are nervous. They come for the first time. They're not sure what to expect. But every single person that comes I can say leaves with a smile on their face.
And we get
So
so many people come through as well, don't we, that are like, their tunes are really good and they're so nervous about playing the first time. Like Joe's a great example. First time he came down, he was so nervous about playing his own music. And then when he finally came and did it, or he finally like did it, yeah, his tunes are banging. But like, you know, we get like everyone gets nervous. I get nervous, and we've been doing it for 5 years, like every month for 5 years. So like, yeah,
it's a natural thing. Nerves is natural. Some people say when you stop being nervous, it's when you stop your passion, you know, sort of thing. So nerves are to be expected, and the whole sort of inner struggle with nerves is something that needs to be overcome. And once you do overcome, you become a stronger person as a result of it. So it's part of the process, and deal with it. And there's nothing to fear, basically. You know, we're here supporting people, encouraging people, and yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
We're here with our host, Matt, of Giraffe Audio as well. Matt, thanks for having us.
Matt,
No problem at all. No problem at all. It's been great. Camera's on.
Tell us a little bit about the link up with listening sessions.
Well, to be fair, we've known each other for 5 years, and really weirdly, these guys have been going for 5 years, and also Giraffe Audio have been going for 5 years. And it's the first time we've done one here.
birthday party.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the link up. Really, I mean, the link up was Jan. Jan, where are you? Yeah. So we've known each other for the whole of our creative life cycles.
Yeah, and I bought my first ever pair of monitors from Nick, who's the second part of Giraffe Audio.
Who's disappeared?
Music gear.
Before even listening session was the thing, I've known these guys, so yeah.
And I mean, tell us a little bit about how nights like listening sessions. I know you have sort of regular masterclasses and that sort of stuff here as well. Like match it with your philosophy of the business here.
I mean, it matches up really well, because we're not just about, we are, we sell equipment, but it's not just about selling equipment. It's about helping people. It's about educating people in the best way we can, and improving the sound of Brum, which is, me and Nick have been involved in the Birmingham music scene for pretty much, half of our lives. 20 plus years. I was like about 5 years old when I started. But it's about we want to help improve the sound of Brum, and we're here to help people. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's about what gear you buy. Sometimes it's about what next step you take. So so it matches up really well.
Also in the room we've got Tony Biggz. Tony, step in a little bit because you started shot. So tell us a little bit about what you do, and how have you found the night tonight?
So I started off a drum and bass MC'd for drum and bass for about 20 years and travelled the world, done everything you could do in drum and bass. And then from there, I obviously met you guys, ACM, studied, got my degree, and kind of changed my career path. I now do a lot of mixing and mastering at home, design recording studio. And then coming here tonight was kind of a breath of fresh air, because obviously the Birmingham scene has always had this cloud over it where, people just don't network, and, it's very hard to break through. It's very hard to find a network of people who can support you. But then coming to this tonight has really kind of opened my eyes and shown me that Birmingham is growing and it is getting better. And I think, nights like this is where people obviously get to come and express themselves, because prior to this, it's getting your tune played in a club. Do you know what I mean? And that was kind of a hard process to do. But being able to bring it here, where there's people from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, you can get to network as well. It's brilliant.
And I mean, personally, for you, because I know it was your first visit to listening session tonight, how did you find it? What do you think the value is? You're going to be back?
Definitely going to be back. I'm following these guys every month now. Guaranteed. Because I've had a good time. Obviously, with my drum and bass background, I've met a couple of people here that knew me when I was doing my MCing as MC Biggie. And it was good to get back together with them as well. And, I mean, just to see the joy on people's faces when they play a track and they get that round of applause at the end is brilliant. That's priceless. So I can only see growth. listening sessions.
How about you personally? Any projects that you're working on at the moment you want to mention?
I do a lot of mixing and mastering. I've just finished a 6-track album for a lady who is from Birmingham. Her name's Nav Nav. Look out for her. Also finished a 6-track EP for a lady called Jordan. I played 2 of her tracks today, which kind of went down well as well.
Yeah, that sounds wicked.
And I'm working with a lot of the grime scene, a lot of the UK hip-hop, Birmingham hip-hop based. And yeah, it's all going well. Birmingham's healthy and it's growing. The heart is still beating. We're the heart of the UK and the heart is beating. We're keeping the UK alive.
All right, thanks for joining us, lads. Last chance to plug the 5th birthday. What's the
I
date?
was going to say, 8th of December. I'll go get a poster, 1 second.
Spotlight and next door. I don't think we said where it is, but it's at Spotlight and next door, which is Digbeth Way. Digbeth Dining Club, food, everything.
All right, and if people want to find out a little bit more about listening sessions, like online or wherever, where should they go?
Listening sessions, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we've got a website, thanks to Tom, listeningsession.co.uk, Facebook, and yeah, that's the logo right there, so if you see that, that's the thing right there, so yeah.
All right, pleasure, guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you, man.
Cheers, man. Thank you.